right, guys, we're going to have to put the nerd goggles for this one. We are going to be writing some ads, and I'll show you my starting process, and then we'll get to the refinement in a second. So let's just jump right to it. And here it is. So here we have, obviously, as you can see, I've been using the 25 headlines and so on, and a lot of the tips that I showed you before. So first of all, what we do is we divide our awareness scripts to all the segments that we have. And once we do that, we start with the problems, desires, and the solution that we are going to present in this particular campaign. The main argument is going to be here. First of all, our first segment is the future marketers and job seekers. Their problem is that they don't have a job, their job sucks, they have no freedom, or they don't know where to start. These are the main problems in that segment, and what they want is to get a job as a digital marketer, either in ads, copywriting, social media marketing, or SEO, because they don't know that they can actually be performance marketers. So what we are going to try and offer them is to learn digital performance marketing because it's cooler. So now, first of all, as you can see, I've used the AIDA formula here, and I wanted to show you the approach where I start from, and there you refine from. So what I generally do in the beginning, I'll just show you here in the bottom. I make a list, and in this list I start putting my arguments, right, one after another, right? For example, here we have digital performance marketing is becoming the best skill ever, because with it you can get a highly paid job, because you can make a lot of money, because a lot of businesses are spending a lot of money on that. Pretty much every company in the planet needs it. There's a lot of social media marketers and ad agencies and so what. So there's a lot of competition in that, and it's a Red Sea, as we call it. And Red Seas because there's a lot of sharks there and it's already bloody. And digital performance marketing is actually a very blue sea, because very few people in the world can do that. So here's my arguments that I wrote for this campaign. Let's zoom it up a little bit and take a look at what it's going to do. So first of all, my first and main argument where I start, where I'm trying to get their attention with something interesting, is that digital performance marketing, which most people don't know what that is becoming, especially the job seekers who are not expert marketers, digital performance marketing is becoming the most useful skill in the digital era. And that, I believe that to be so, because I think that if you understand the concept behind digital performance marketing, even if you're a musician or a politician or whatever, you can do what you want, whatever you want. And so that's why I think that's a very cool skill to have. You can promote your business, become an influencer, work as a freelancer, work in any company you want, because you can help them grow and so on. And then we need to give them the hook here, or begin the hook. It's the ability to digitalize entire businesses so you can improve their performance in every aspect, from the business plan and the execution to the website and the marketing campaigns, right? So here we are trying to capture their interest and begin with these points. So these are the interesting points. Companies that use performance marketing are growing 11 times faster on average. It's the secret behind the success of 100% of the tech giants like Amazon, Facebook, Apple, and Google. And because that may not be so interesting for everyone, and many small and middle-sized businesses for that matter, performance marketers have over 5 times more impact on the entire business than copywriters, SEOs, advertisers, or social media marketing. Now you are wondering why, how can that be? And that's because 89% of all businesses need help with their entire digital transformation, with their entire digital strategy, not just with Facebook ads. And they are going to spend over $2 trillion in 2020, according to Forbes. They've spent more than that in 2019, and they're going to spend even more in 2020, even with coronavirus. That's a trillion with a T. For those of you who don't know what a trillion is, it's $1,000 billion, which is 2,000 millions. It's a big number, right? It's a lot of money. It's almost it's almost as much as the American relief package. So it's one of the best paid jobs in the world, and here we're beginning the section on desire. It's one of the best paid jobs in the world, and once you learn it, you can work in any industry. That's true because you look at the numbers and you begin to understand the industry. As you've seen in the first two courses, you know how this process begins, and it's very easy to get customers and make a lot of money as a freelancer or a consultant from the very start. That's the coolest part of it. You can always go on Upwork and get yourself some clients, pitch somebody, and start making somewhere from $30 to $150 an hour. And you can even work from home or on a beach if that's what you want. I did that for a few years. I don't think it's that cool. And once you become a digital performance marketer, you'll be able to pick the company you want to work for and convince them to hire you with these, because you can help them grow and improve every aspect of their business. You can help them grow their entire business. Who the hell doesn't want that? Everyone wants that. 89% of companies. And so then we move on to our own results. When we started using the performance marketing model, we generated over $500 million for our clients with a great result of return on ad spend of over 10, including the failures, but we don't include that because it's going to get too long. And then we also grew Athena Solutions, and our friends from Over the Top SEO made a great result on that as well. And then we get to the action section. And now with Masters Academy, you can learn digital performance marketing risk-free for just $200. Just go ahead and sign up if you don't make it. We also had one section that I missed here with Athena Solutions. We have also that part. Check the case studies on our website and go and ask them if you don't believe me. That's the point where you say something that may sound unbelievable, but you have the receipt. You have the receipt, and you can slam it in their face, and they can go and check if they don't believe you. And then on the call to action, and now with Masters Academy, you can learn digital performance marketing risk-free for just $200. Just go ahead and sign up, and if you don't make your money back at least 100 times in 1 year, give you your money back with a smile. Now, the next thing to do, once you have written your copy and you have written your arguments, try to order them. They won't be in the correct order in the beginning. You're going to go through a few iterations. And once you order them, try and, just get your phone out, or if you have a teleprompter, which I highly recommend if you're going to be a copywriter that you get one, because when we just record with our phone, we tend to have a lot of uhs and ums and so on. And when you're reading, that's all going away. And that's what I did. In the next video, you'll see me recording that specific copy and testing how it sounds. This is a very, very, very important thing to do, because you have to hear how it sounds when you actually say it out loud. Now, of course, that's not the end of the process. Obviously, after that, you can list yourself several other approaches to try. Like, for example, this can be a little scary or complicated, because we are talking about complicated words like digital performance marketing and growing businesses. People don't have a job, and you want me to grow business. That can be a little scary, I understand. So we can try and dumb it down a lot, use simpler sentences, not such long sentences. It's a process. That's what I want to show you. You start from the complicated stuff because you understand it. They don't understand it, and you need to simplify it several times until you get there. And obviously, when we record the actual ads with all the production and so on, I'll upload them here to the course so you can see what the final product of this process is. But that will come a little bit later on. We'll make a small update on that course. Maybe if you watch it a little bit later, you'll have it. And then we can also apply the trim approach and just try and make it shorter. This one came about 2 minutes. We can make it a little bit shorter. I think it will be great. And we can also put some more focus on getting the actual job and certification. One of the arguments that some of the people from our team brought is that, hey, I'm just, for example, I'm just trying to learn SEO or Facebook ads, and you're talking to me about digital performance marketing. It can be a little scary. So that's why we have to try and simplify it, dumb it down a little bit, use their language. And that's why at this point, when you actually sit down and do it, I've been teaching for more than 5 years now, but I haven't not tried to write copy about it. And so that's why it will be very useful for me to start working and refining and talking to customers and kind of doing the customer development over and over again to try and steal language from the words of my customers, and also talk to some colleagues, maybe do some additional research and so on. And of course, then what you need to do, like for example, you can record that as a small video. If you're gonna put it on Facebook and Instagram, definitely you have to put subtitles and transcribe it. If you're gonna put it on YouTube, definitely put a transcription in the video description. Add the links to the case studies, and to, for example, we are talking about here when we're talking about Forbes, check the research on Forbes on that. I can show it to you over here. So that's one very useful thing that you can see. Companies will spend a total of more than $2 trillion on digital transformation in 2019. That's one of the arguments that we're using here. Again, here you can see 100 very cool stats on the digital industry. There's also another one that I'm using here that 89% of companies are going through need help with their digital transformation, like this one here. I'm combining these two in the interest section, and in the video description as well, you can also put the case studies, how we did that, how our friends did that. We can link to their website as well. So just to put the receipts so people can check. You can also maybe make a special version for YouTube specifically, where you say check the links in the description down below to see the results, to see the research, to see that I'm not talking bullshit. Then what you would do is, next, for your next segment, you would go in the same direction. So you would have the problems, what problems professional marketers have, even though they are, let's focus on that for a second, even though they are professional marketers, they are mostly not doing digital performance marketing, not improving every single aspect of the business as any good marketer should. So what we can do is try and open their eyes by showing them incredible results that we've achieved and showing them how we did it. For example, we can take Dreamcatchers and say, hey, we saved them $3 million just by fixing customer service. It's not a bad result. Saving $3 million is a big deal, just by realizing what problems their customers have, by listening to the calls, and so on. And so what we want to do here is generally the way we want to look at the problems as they see them, as they understand them. So that would be, in their case, that would be low performance, not enough growth ideas, maybe just not knowing what to do. And sometimes it could be a desire to expand their skill set, maybe get a promotion, get a raise, increase their performance, get better results, maybe impress their boss, or just grow their company. Some marketing managers actually care about growing the companies they work for, which is a great thing. And then also here we have the same solution, by the way. Take a look at that. That's the main thing is to keep the main thing. That's what I mean here. That's what we are talking about when talking about the team. We are going to have different awareness ads that are going to bring people to our website for different reasons, But then in the intro video, we are going to unite them because we hook them with the same thing. And then by talking about digital performance marketing and how they're going to learn it and more about what it is, in the intro video, they're going to be already interested in digital performance marketing, so our message will make sense for them. And our argument here is that learning performance marketing is better than copywriting, advertising, or social media marketing because it includes that and more. And this reminds me that here, maybe on the top, we can also, add something about the jobs and better salaries and so on into the main argument. And here, as you can see, I have a reminder for myself for the next iterations of copy that I'm going to write. I can put maybe do a different one and try and put some more focus on the jobs and the certification, simplify it, trim it down, dumb it down. Right, so on the professional marketers, I have several approaches that I want to try. That would be first, just like the one ad that I showed you before for dream catchers, show them the process, kind of make a story maybe of the case studies and show them what's the process that we're going through, what's the result, and then have a call to action. Just go ahead and learn how we do everything. We could do that directly with a case study without going through the process. Hey, this is what we did. Well, the case study is kind of going through the process as well, so these two are kind of the same. Then we can also talk about the common problems that people have, like for example, are you just stuck with Google, Facebook, email, and SEO? And do you know what other channels you could use? What other ways you have to improve the performance of the company, to put yourself in a better competitive position, and so on. Now, moving on to the next segment with the entrepreneurs. We have their problems. Their problems are low performance, not enough growth ideas. They're not sure what they're, if they're doing everything they can. That's always a big concern for them. They're not sure if they are not missing something out. So they always, like entrepreneurs, always have a fear of missing out and a fear if they're not doing something right. Maybe they're doing great, especially in fast-growing companies that everything's a chaos, everything's moving very fast. They're always feeling like they're not doing enough and they're growing very slow, even if they're growing very fast. That they always have that feeling. I just know it from experience. I have it. Everyone has it. And so also they're not sure if they're doing everything right. First, if they're doing everything, and then if they're doing everything right. So what they want is they want better performance, they want better results, they want business growth, they want to improve their execution, they want their team to be executing more and more better, achieving their goals, results, and so on. They want to decrease their expenses, become more efficient, and ultimately, they ultimately want to take care of their competitors. And here the solution is digital performance marketing again. And our main argument here would be learning performance marketing can help you identify growth opportunities, improve execution, efficiency and performance, decrease expenses, fix bottlenecks in your business, and outperform the competition. So that would be definitely one of the arguments that we are going to bring in the copy here. And you can see the approaches that we are going to try here are process, result, learn how to do it. That's the same. Just as marketers want to know it, entrepreneurs want to know it as well, because they want to push their team in that direction and kind of show them something that they could be doing, kind of direct them in the right direction. And this is something that entrepreneurs do a lot. They are kind of the headlights, so they want to discover new ideas, new growth hacks. They're constantly reading books, going through courses and so on to see what new things their team could be doing. And that's how they tell them, hey, go and research that, try this approach, that approach, and so on. And that's also why case studies are going to work here as well. Problem and solution with the digital performance marketing can work as well. And also we can show them applications of the digital performance marketing for growth, like how to find growth opportunities and how to fix bottlenecks. That would be certain approaches that we're going to try. So let's say we pick one approach, and then what we do is we make a list like that, and we start, first of all, think of the AIDA formula and think how we can capture their interest, show them the process, show them the result at the end at the desire section, and ask them to join Masters Academy to learn exactly how we are doing it. All right, great. So in the next video, I'll actually show you the test recording that I have for this copy that I just wrote. And maybe you can give me your feedback on it. Tell me what you think. Should I dumb it down? Should I maybe ramp it up a little bit, make it more sexy, give it more bang, whatever. It doesn't matter in the beginning. It's more important for you to start with something and refine it. And then you can also try these different approaches and use the scientific method to see what works and what doesn't. Maybe if I dumb it down, it will have much better results, so we'll go in that direction. Maybe if I focus a lot more on the jobs themselves and the certificates, maybe that will have a much bigger effect. We don't know yet. There's no way for us to know with certainty or with statistical certainty yet. So that's why I'm going to go and create 3 or 4 approaches for each of those. I'm going to record those videos. I'll probably add all of them to the course just so you can see the different variations later on. And yeah, in the next video, you'll see the test recording, and then we'll move on to the intro video.